In this video, I'm going to introduce you to our artists, and I have some advice for you to stay and listen. Also, I'll show you some stuff we are actually working on. A year ago, when this project was in a pretty early stage, Elias commissioned me a character design. He already knew about my work since we both had social media platforms with similar content. And that's when I created Kathy, this character right here. Last June, I was offered a full-time job in Penguin Armada as a junior, and of course, I had to say yes. My portfolio was not only the art, but the social media content that I had been creating all this time. I made a short interview to the art team. I think they have a lot to say, so let's start. The first member I am going to introduce you guys is Antonio Del Aquila, aka Antoine. He is the lead 3D character artist in Penguin Armada. He has been in the industry for 6 years now, and he's an Italian living in Barcelona. He joined the studio last month, just like I did. One of his first tasks was to organize the pipeline and workflow for the character creation in 3D. He is working on a 3D base model for the characters since we are going to produce loads of characters and we need to go as fast as possible. A base model will help predefine proportions, correct scale, anatomy stylization, and so on. It is the first step to avoid the fear of the blank paper, and he's actually recording the process, so we may see in the future a video about it with more detail. He has some advice for you. What do you think the most important thing in a portfolio is? He said, and I quote, "In my opinion, the portfolio should show the versatility and artistic taste of an artist. Techniques and software can be learned with some tutorials, but critical thinking is something that takes time to build." Many people would probably say that we should build a portfolio focused on the work we would like to achieve, but I personally prefer to highlight diversity in terms of artistic fields rather than a single technique repeated over and over again. How do you deal with burnout and work balance? That's a good question. My work is really demanding, especially when your passion is your job. It is very important to find the right balance because burnout is the main villain to defeat in this game. Over the years, I have tried to educate myself on good practices to avoid overwhelming situations. My recipe is good food, good sleep, and also enjoy moments away from a PC, social life, and of course, exercise. If you were to tell your junior self one piece of advice, what would it be? Do what you really enjoy and don't be afraid of new challenges. This is what I keep telling myself since I was very young. Raul is a 3D character animator at Penguin Armada. He studied graphic design and he worked for 15 years as a graphic designer and illustrator. And after 4 years doing cartoon animation for TV, he found Gerard and his team. His role in Penguin Armada is to first rig the characters so they can move properly. Then he gives them the spark of life through animation. After that, he integrates all the animations in the game engine. Right now, he is still waiting for the 3D department. Until the characters are not approved, he can't start the work. Meanwhile, he is integrating an old character to test a new controller, as well as doing some concepts for new characters. And we have asked him the same questions. What do you think the most important thing in a portfolio is? He said, and I quote, "First, quality, because a good recruiter will focus on that. If you are not sure if your work is good enough, always look for someone better than you to give you feedback. And no matter how much it hurts, most of the time it will actually improve your art. Working in well-known IPs will be helpful, because that will tell the recruiters other stuff like stress management, deadline compromise, and stuff like that. The dark side of working as an artist. How do you deal with burnout and work balance? Law protects you from burnout, so always try to work in places where the management respect the law. If you end up in a place where you are forced to work after hours or feel that you need to do a lot of effort to achieve your goals, then you will have to sit down with yourself and take decisions. Maybe you need more experience to do that work properly. Maybe you are being asked to do more than you agreed in your contract. Maybe it is time to look for another job or even work in a different thing. Take your choices, but never ever stay in a situation where you are suffering. If you were to tell your junior self one piece of advice, what would it be? Well, I was 2 times a junior. First, when I was young, and then when I started to work in 3D animation. So my advice to my young junior would be study to be judge or something like that, and do your art in your free time, in your second house in the mountains. And to my adult junior, focus on quality and do not get frustrated if you see younger talented people around you doing amazing stuff. I know it's frustrating to be all the time exposed to social networks where super talented people bomb you every day. That can make you feel really bad. Wow, that was some amazing advice. Let's listen to Gianluca now, our lead character artist. Gianluca Paniello is an artist born in Milan. He started his career as a comic artist, collaborating with several publishers like Disney. Gianluca had the opportunity to draw some stories featuring Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse, and for about 10 years a comic called Witch. He creates concepts and manages the team that will then create the 3D version and ensure that everything works accordingly. Let's listen to his advice. What do you think the most important thing in a portfolio is? He says, and I quote, "It depends on where you are as an artist. If you are just starting now, I believe it's better to structure your portfolio in a more heterogeneous way, including characters, backgrounds, color samples, 3D work, and animation if you have any. Providing an overview of what you can do is the best approach. As you gain experience, it's better for your portfolio to become less generic and have more personality. For example, if you prefer to work with characters, most of your portfolio should reflect that. In summary, a generic portfolio for juniors and a specialized one for seniors." How do you deal with burnout and work balance? Honestly, since I started working in video games, I have never experienced burnout, although there have been times when the work became more intense. In my experience with comics, however, it happened often, especially in the last period. I believe this was connected to how much I enjoyed what I was doing at the time. If you really like a project, you don't feel the weight of stress as much. If you were to tell your junior self one piece of advice, what would it be? Don't worry too much about the future. Keep working and practicing consistently, and the results will come. If you have the chance to work in a studio side by side with other colleagues, do it. You will improve faster. I love the fact that we can have artists with such experience tell us about their journey and all these pieces of advice, man. It's just so useful. Some of you wanted to know some stuff about the process of making art for video games, so I asked your questions to Gianluca face to face.
Soy Gianluca, soy un dibujante italiano, vengo del cómic y en los últimos 10 años me he ocupado más de los videojuegos. En Penguin Armada lo que hago es cuidarme de la parte de personajes, soy lead de characters y me ocupo de los concepts en general y también de cuidarme de todo el proceso del desarrollo de los personajes.
¿Cómo pensáis las ideas de los diseños de personajes teniendo infinitas posibilidades para elegir?
Cuando tú empiezas con desarrollar un estilo de un personaje nuevo, normalmente hay indicaciones al principio que son, uno es qué tipo de juego es, ¿no? Nosotros sabemos que el nuestro es un survival, sabemos más o menos que la cámara sea top-down, sabemos que está ambientado en un futuro. Lo que hago normalmente es involucrar todo el equipo en el desarrollo de las ideas del estilo y lo divido un poco en pasos, ¿no? El primer paso es el paso de recolectar toda la documentación posible. Nos tomamos unos días donde cada uno crea un mood board, lo que piensan ellos sobre la dirección artística de los personajes. Luego hacemos una meeting con todos los artistas, cada uno explica su mood board, elegimos la dirección mejor. En Penguin Armada ha sido muy fácil. El segundo paso es una Vision Guide. La Vision Guide es un documento donde yo pongo parte de esta documentación que hemos recolectado, escribo también algunas reglas que nos sirve para entender bien. Y ese documento es muy importante para enseñar al resto del equipo la visión artística. Pues cuando tenemos el documento, el tercer paso es crear los personajes. Cuando tenemos 4 o 5 personajes, más o menos tenemos ya una idea del estilo y podemos pasar al último paso, que es la creación de la Style Guide.
Consejos para desarrollar un personaje principal que encaje muy bien con la historia que tenéis.
Bueno, el consejo que puedo dar es no pensar el single personaje. Y cada personaje que yo creo, pienso siempre a lo que vendrán o lo que ya he hecho. Tú tienes que pensar un poco a la big picture. Yo pienso a un line-up de personajes donde tendré personajes diferentes en tamaño, en actitud, porque es importante crear esta familia de personajes que como un puzzle, cada uno es una pieza diferente. Pues cuando tú piensas un personaje tienes siempre que pensar que este personaje encaje con los otros que tienes.
¿Qué es lo más determinante en el proceso de elección de diseño de los personajes como para que tenga que haber un cambio?
Los cambios más tochos lo hacemos cuando ponemos el personaje en el juego. Bueno, la cosa más determinante seguro es cuando tú tienes el personaje, cuando lo pones en el juego, en la perspectiva del juego, con los otros personajes ya entiendes si el personaje se lee bien, los colores correctos.
¿Cuánto tenéis que limitar vuestras ideas, conceptos y mecánicas en base al presupuesto del videojuego?
Esta es una muy buena pregunta. Lo que intento de hacer yo es siempre empujar al máximo la calidad respetando el budget. Pero hay que decir que a todo el mundo, a todos los artistas les gustaría hacer personajes súper chulos, con muchos detalles, un 3D con muchos polígonos, animaciones con un rig con muchos huesos, como un poco a la Pixar. Pero luego pones este personaje en un juego, el juego o peta o va muy lento. Hay que optimizar, hay muchas técnicas para hacerlo. Después de muchos años, yo y mi equipo ya estamos bastante listos para cualquier situación. Y, por ejemplo, uno sobre todo, o sea, Antonio, que es el lead de 3D, ahora está desarrollando base model, se llaman, que igual no sé si en un futuro vais a hablar de este tema también. Son la base de los modelos 3D. Así no tenemos que empezar desde cero cada vez.
¿Y cuántas cosas hay que tener en cuenta a la hora de diseñar un personaje para un videojuego que no se tienen en cuenta para un cómic, sabiendo que tú has trabajado en cómic?
Bueno, como hemos dicho, hay limitaciones en los videojuegos. ¿A qué tipo de juego estás haciendo? La cámara de juego, el budget. Esto es verdad. Por ejemplo, si tú trabajas como trabajé yo, como por ejemplo dibujando el Mickey, cuando dibujas el Mickey la limitación es hacer el estilo que encaje con el estilo del Mickey. Pero aparte de esto estás bastante libre, mucho más limitado el videojuego. Me mola más el videojuego ahora mismo, tengo que decir.
Before the video ends, I want to share the community challenge we did last week, creating a skin concept for Maya. And you had some themes for the skin to choose too. I chose cafeteria and this is my concept. And this is what people did. Let me know if you want to participate in more challenges or content or any other activity. And someday in the future there will be whole videos dedicated to those activities. This way we can learn from each other and have fun creating together. If you enjoyed this video, please let us know by liking, commenting, subscribing or sharing this video. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you soon. Bye!